Holy shit.
What
the hell was that?
We are still under attack in the bunker.
Episode after episode, it's chickens, it's mice, it's various objects.
Whatever the hell that was.
I just thought it would be nice, while I was under the knife, to have some things added, corrected.
But you're about to say this is the podcast you had under the knife.
I just thought it'd be nice to do a podcast. They're an interesting thing. I want to take a busload of tourists and drive them around.
What type of bus are we talking here?
I want a big one.
Double-decker?
Double-decker, add another floor.
Would you provide
triple-decker
refreshments?
Yeah. I'd have like...
Is that a yes or no?
Well, I suppose it
Dunkaroos.
depends on the clientele.
No.
I think maybe it would be good if you just went to like a retirement village and you had a bunch of people who are like just barely hanging on.
You're just going to abduct a bunch of old people from a retirement home and just be like, get on the bus, everybody. We're going to the shops. And then you just drive them around the city.
Yeah, like, no. But like they're so gone.
Okay,
they're so gone.
Then why even take them?
They're just like they're in pain just being in the seats. And so I'd probably and like
you unplug them from the machines. That are
and like some of them probably by the time they're on the bus and you take off, they're not even live anymore. I'll have like a monitor with like heart monitors on all of them, and there'll be a few flat lines. As long as there's a few beats, I want to keep going.
You drag the iron lung behind you, like
the iron lung.
You know how like they have the back cart with all the bags in it. Yeah, you just got the iron lung.
The aisles are just full of nurses just doing CPR, just like keeping them going.
They're using it. We're running out of power.
Yeah, and all three levels of the bus, just the only thing available to them is a Red Bull. So it's just like, and they don't even want it, right? And they're just like, Adderall. Yeah, it's like just slide another Adderall in. They're just like chugging it down with a Red Bull. The nurse, I'm like,
no, it's in the IV.
They're like, what do we do? I'm like, all you've got is Red Bull, woman. And sling a can at the nurse, knocks her out, and the other nurses have to, bring her to
with the Red Bull.
But basically, that's the sort of like tour I feel like I want to bring to the world. And so
you would hear their hearts explode.
Tourism is important for the economy.
Naturally, but why? How?
And like old people are bringing the economy down because they're a burden.
Surely there's an easier way to scam money.
They're a burden.
Surely there's an easier way to scam money out of old people.
I don't know who's paying for it, but these retirement, what do they like? These retirement morgues have a lot of money, so slide them out of the drawer, put them on a bus seat, and pay me money. And then the beautiful thing is,
Who pays you? The government?
No, the retirement morgue.
So they pay you to get them out, so more people can come in.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
so
they'll slide through some clientele every trip we do, by the way.
Oh, sure. So you're speeding up the vacancy rates.
Yeah, it's like air freshener. They get to go in, finally clean the room. Some of these people have been in there really stinking up the joint. Anyway, and they might make it. That's the other thing. Some of them are going to come back to their room.
So
it's beautiful.
They run the risk of double booking a room.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be wheeling a bed back in, and there's a new bed with
I'm still here.
next week's
you're not old
passenger. But like the wonderful thing that I love is that tourism just brings so much. You get to show people culture. You get to show people just beauty. So I thought it'd be nice. That's now you hit the nail on the head there, old bean. I want to take them. Not where people go. So they're not going to go to like
the city.
They're not going to go to the Harlem Ridge.
Sure.
They're not going to go to the Opera House. Maybe I'll take them to like Guildford Station.
Beautiful. Oh, right? Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to load up a triple-decker bus.
Guildford, Greystates, Blacktown,
full of like
Bankstown. Just that blue.
Just full of ICU 90-year-olds, and we just can hang out in Guildford.
Would hire a few guys to rough a few of them up to give them the full experience.
Yeah, and if they're falling asleep, I slug another freaking Red Bull at them, and I say, slap them, and I'm like, look out the window. And
look at that icy.
It's a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
And maybe
stimulates the Guildford economy.
And I think at the end,
that's even possible.
At the end, we might take them to like the Blue Mountains as well.
Nah, don't go to the Blue Mountains.
No, because you could
go to Penrith.
No, because then you could take them on a hike. And that's how you've got the nurses wheeling like full beds down the trails to go look at the Three Sisters, and I just say, "Oops!"
The case.
Just say, "Flames off a cliff." Because those beds, they'd definitely build up some steam. They might take out a few actual tourists, taking like their selfie sticks, just go flying off the cliff. And I see you, bed goes hanging down and just slinging off the cliff.
You hear like the bowling noise, it's like strike. No, you know the cart that goes down that's like at a full vertical? You just hook the ICU bed onto the track, send it down full vertical, and so they just...
Me as the bus driver is like bored having his lunch, and I've just got like, and it's like one of the nurses, I'm like, you want to see something funny? I'm just like, just kick one of the beds, and she's like, what have you done? Just rolls off.
The genuine fear in her eyes.
But I also, as a business owner, as someone who went to the Superordinary Center of Excellence, I'm thrifty. So I like to keep like skeleton staff.
Now,
so like
that's a legacy course that you did there.
Yeah, it's a legacy one. But one of the ways I do this is I'm gonna have like, you know how they talk about nurses to like bed ratios, all that shit. Yeah, well, I'm probably gonna have like one nurse to like 10 patients, and so I'm gonna like
how many beds?
Yeah, 10. Okay. 10 beds. So and we're going on a hike, so she's got 10 beds to like deal with. And so, no, my whole arrangement, this is what I learned at the Center of Excellence, a beautiful operation, by the way, is like you get like a sort of, we make them watch Human Centipede many times.
Oh, right.
And so we chain the beds together.
Do you stitch the people as well, or just the beds are stitched?
Oh, look, that sometimes is something we've messed around with, but it's like, it's in the movies, you know, it's one of those things that's like, oh, in the movies it was so romantic and beautiful, but in real life, I mean, it's like someone's actually like sewed to someone's ass. And they usually die.
How else do you keep them together?
Look, I don't know. Sometimes if the bus ride's a bit boring, or say, like, you know, I've got like a perverse, like, sadistic, psychotic nurse who's like, I want to stitch them together. I don't stop them. I'm like, yeah, go up on the third level of the bus and you can do whatever you want.
That third level.
Yeah, take a few Red Bulls. I don't care.
And an Adderall.
What's with you and Adderall?
Does that focus you?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, if they're like, you know, I'm like, look at the three sisters, isn't it beautiful? And the heartbeat, I'm like, slap them, get the heart rate back. I'm like, take some Adderall, look at the three sisters.
They're sitting there
look
just like
at
tweaking.
Yeah.
That thrifty course is paying back dividends, isn't it?
Super ordinary thrifty.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, it was a beautiful thing.
Thrifting 101.
You know that I used to actually have a job before I got an education.